Let me tell you the truth. Life is deceptively short. 20 years looks far till you cover it. 40 years looks far till you cover it. 50 years looks far till you cover that distance. 80 years looks far till you cover it. Do you know? The celebration of birthdays is not celebrating how far you have come. It's also acknowledging how much is left. It is not just celebrating how far you have come. Listen, it is celebrating how much is left. So if you are 50 years today and you are supposed to live 80 years on earth, you are not celebrating 50 years. You are celebrating 30 years remaining. If you are supposed to live 70 years and you are celebrating 65 years, what you are celebrating is 5 more years. How foolish do you want to live when you have 5 more years to live? I was watching one video of Reinhard Bonnke 5 years ago, and I said, do you know 5 years ago, as at the time he was saying it, maybe he did not know that he had only 5 years. There are people who, as at January, they died in May. They didn't know that when they celebrated New Year, it was 5 more months to live. How would you live if you knew? Not to make you afraid. Imagine that by some way God reveals to you now that by December I will call you home. That means this is June, Abi, July, August, September, October, November, December. You have 6 more months. Then somebody who does not know where he's going comes to waste your time, and until October you are still roaming around life and destiny. Listen to me. One day you will not be here. Accept it or not, one day you will not be here. Every dead body on earth is a sermon, a constant reminder that the clock of destiny is ticking, and one day it will stop. Did you hear me? Every dead body you see today, from today, see it as a sermon. Don't just see it as a corpse. Every dead body. Some of those dead bodies were stubborn while they were alive. Some of those dead bodies were arrogant. They said they would not die. Some of those dead bodies carried stubborn spirits. Some of those dead bodies carried arrogant spirits. Some of those dead bodies carried wicked spirits. Some of those dead bodies carried godly and prepared spirits. But in any case, it's now a dead body. You don't call a dead body a preacher. You don't call a dead body an armed robber. Let me tell you the truth. My life changed when I began to walk in the consciousness of the brevity of life. It didn't put fear. It just brought an awareness in me. When people die, especially people around at least my ministerial sphere of influence, I'm usually the first they reach, and they say so person has died. You see that? And while I condone with the family and console them, I use that dead body as a message again. There was a day that dead body had a sermon too. There was a day that dead body had a preacher say, one day you will die. And the dead body said yes. Now that dead body is the one who is being used as the sermon. We are not called to fear death. It's not a wise way to live. We are called to be aware that life, like the hymn writer would say, life at best is very brief, like the falling of a leaf. Are we together? Like the binding of a sheaf. Life at best is very brief. Whether you listen and take me serious or not, here connected and following across the globe, one day if Christ tarries, your children or your grandchildren will have a cause to be surrounded around your corpse, and you will be dug 6 feet, and they will say, here lies the body of XYZ. The question is where you will be when all that is done, because this body you see returns to dust, but cessation of living never happens. You never cease living. Dimensions change. This is why it is foolish to live life as if you indefinitely have the power to decide whether you will go or not. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. There are many people who were on earth. Do you know there are people who were alive on Sunday as I was preaching, but today they are gone? This Sunday, I mean Sunday. Maybe they were preparing to connect online again and listen next Sunday, and by this morning it was over already. So teach us to number our days. Teach us to number our days. When you have this understanding, you will focus on the things that matter, and you will not waste your time and your life on vanities. Are we together? Many of us today will not love the Lord and will not serve the Lord because of mundane things. Money, house, car. By the time you die, that car will not go with you. By the time you die, that promotion will not go with you. I'm not saying to be earthly irrelevant, but I'm saying burn it in your heart. Carry this consciousness that every other thing only finds its relevance provided you are alive. So that in being alive, in order of priority, the first thing you should secure is your state with God. That I have peace with God. And that you get to a point where, like Paul, you say, for me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. I wonder how many people can make that statement in this place, that in truth, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. If Christ tarries, I don't want to get out of this world as a defeated loser, a failure. No, no. I want to design my own exit by myself. That I would conquer life, finish my assignment with joy, be a blessing to creation, and with health and vitality and with joy, I would look at life and say, I came, I saw, I conquered. You sign out with honor and leave. To be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. All that fear you are seeing is only those who are watching you. As a dead person, that transition is so instant, you will not even know what is happening. I can tell you that for free. All the pity you pity dead body is because you are alive. The person transiting is instant. That's it. Like the blinking of your eye. Realities change immediately. And what becomes the compass to where you go after then is your believing in Jesus Christ, your walking in his ways, and living a life of meaning. I would not be so foolish as to make many things a priority above Jesus. No. Till he returns or calls me home, here in the love of Christ I stand. Till you return